Hey, welcome everybody to my channel. I'm going to be playing a little bit here of the brand new Echoes update today, and on my main character too, as he's pretty much completed everything except for the new content. Looks like we got some new things added right away. You can see there's an autophage race now, and a lot of things you can unlock, different heads, different body parts, stuff like that. Heard there's some new staves in the game with a lot of different variations, and also some brand new multi-tools too from the Atlantidium, I guess, faction. So some new cool stuff added to the game for sure. Also noticed some new stuff with pirates, so you get like a pirate mothership or whatever, and even allowing you to do some Star Wars style like battling off it too, which is like pretty cool. So they're definitely added some new content to the game, and a lot of it being late game, which is interesting. I have a couple of things that I'm not crazy about with the new update. One of them being that, like, when you unlock things in this particular update for Echoes, it's not transferred across all your different save files. So if you have a brand new save, you can't make yourself an autophage. So pretty much the new masks and stuff that you have unlocked after Season 10, it's all going to be basically just to show off on your basically completed character, which to me doesn't make a lot of sense, right? Wouldn't you want to use the new costumes on a brand new playthrough or on a new season? So hopefully they'll change that in the future. Maybe they're just waiting for a little while, and then they'll make it where once you unlock it on a save, it's across all saves, which makes more sense. Now the brand new stabs, I can see that being like a late game thing, just to kind of signify that you've gone through all the missions and completed everything. And then if you want to get a staff and show it off, that's kind of cool, and I get that. And that could be like a late game fun thing. But for anything that's like costume related or different faction related, I think you should be able to build whatever you want on different save files if you've unlocked it on one. Makes sense, right? So anyway, I'm going through some of the Echoes here. Looks like we got some new information to kind of get into the mission, just from jumping basically. And so this is kind of introducing us here to the autophage, and then some of the mysteries too in the lore behind this. I've been pretty busy. The last couple of weeks I played a lot of Baulders Gate 3. Tried to get into Starfield, but honestly, like, some of the Starfield missions has really bored me. And I don't know, it seemed a little like empty and stuff. I'm gonna probably go back and try to get back into Starfield, but I wanted to come back and play Season 11, which I'm doing too off the main save, and then I also wanted to, on my main save here, learn all the autophage words, kind of, you know, unlock that whole thing, get my staff. There's some things that I'm not super thrilled about, because as a, you know, completed save file, I have pretty much all my ship slots and multi-tool slots already filled up. So I'm going to have to get rid of stuff basically to get the new staff, and then probably get rid of a ship too, just so I can do some of the salvage missions and stuff, which I probably should do anyway. So, but that's fine. I think I have a couple different Sentinel tools, and one of them I'm not really using. I have a couple multi-tools I don't really have on my quick bar, so I'll probably just switch that out and then get the new staff. Looks like we got a couple different missions. They return, so we will try to see how this whole thing goes. A lot of new particle effects too, I'm noticing, both for jetpacks, which I'm a big fan of. In fact, I liked one of them I saw. It looked like a lightning bolt thing, so I'm probably going to put that on my main. And then I also have a lot of cool things on some of my alt save files that I'm probably going to show you soon. Some of them are just like completed bases I've done from other seasons. Maybe I found a cool planet a couple times I did and just built a really cool base. So I'll probably be switching over. I know in the past I've played some of my alts like the Worm Lord and the Gek Trade Lord and stuff like that. And I'll probably be playing more of that just because I'm so complete on this particular save file. Unless they add more content, and they very well may, as I saw that there's another patch that a lot of people are expecting to come out like shortly. And right now, as of recording this, it's like October 10th. And so I was thinking, you know, probably prior to Halloween we'll see this new patch, is kind of what my thoughts are. As they have the sale on right now, and a lot of times they put the sale on right before they're about to unleash the new content on us. So That's pretty cool. Anyway, I'm coming down here to kind of unveil the first autophage. Looks like I found one. Yeah, I like the way they look too. They're very reminiscent of like Kenshi skeletons. I know I've said that before too. They have their own little tweaks and stuff too, with a lot of like loose wires and stuff, but very reminiscent of it. And they're pretty neat. I like it. Hope they do something like this in the future too. Maybe add some more alien races and stuff. Maybe to do just new parts of the galaxy or something. I like the way they kind of integrated this too, with them being sort of like the stealthy race, and you have to uncover it. It's pretty neat. Alright, I'm going to get out of the way here and let those guys go away. I also saw that there's some new upgrades you can get too for the autophage. So, you know, sort of like you got with the Sentinel upgrades. I think they give you like 3 different ones basically for destroying them, and you get the crystals and get, you know, 3 kind of additive things for it. Looks like you get the same thing with the autophages too. So that's pretty cool. And if you run out of stuff to buy, like you get all your staffs or whatnot, at least you can, you know, purchase some of these upgrades and maybe give them to your friends or something like that. Or grab some extra staffs and just store them in your ship. Alright, I think we're almost lost him. We got about 10 seconds left now on the meter. And then I'll head back and see what it is. See what we can find over there. Probably going to be some missions we'll have to knock out real quick. Alright, finally deactivated those sentinels. We'll just grab our ship real quick. Alright, here's another camp. Let's go down and see what we can uncover on this one. This time we're on a frozen world. I'm trying to remember back to when I first started on my very first playthrough. I want to say my first world might have been a frozen world. I'm trying to remember. But I definitely remember building a base, one of my first bases on a frozen world. You know, since then, the game server got reset, and a lot of those bases got deleted. But I'm pretty sure that was the first planet I got. What about you guys? What was your first planet type, if you remember, on your main save? I'm going to say that, for me, it was a frozen world. Alright, so we do have more autophages. Looks like we got some additional structures in here and stuff to do on them. And we can get our different parts basically by doing missions from these guys. So it looks like you're going to get your staff handle, you know, the middle part of the staff, and then you have the head of the staff. So we got to get 3 different parts. We can learn some words too, so I'll definitely be doing that. I have like 4 different language upgrades on my main, so he's already pretty good at going through the language and understanding most stuff. But as I upgrade it, I should be able to get like on the same level as the Gek and the Korvac and Vy'keen and all that too. Yeah, so we got the Atlantidium chamber blueprint. Now, my understanding is going to these different autophage camps, you will basically get different color options by going to the little upgrade terminal. So if you don't like the way your staff looks at one terminal, basically just search for another autophage camp, which are pretty much littered all over the planet because they're kind of hidden, and just look for the color you want. So we might have to do a little hunting to find something that's kind of in the color profile I like, which is going to be like blue, red, black, and maybe some white, but at least on the main. But I do like the variety on this. I also noticed that they had some ponchos or hoodie style stuff for the autophage, but you can also use those on some of the different race styles. So I think on the anomalies, or if you're on a Gek or whatever you want, you can add that to give you a little bit more variety in what you're building out. I was thinking some of the travelers too would look kind of cool, so if you're trying to get some Halloween variety for your costume coming up here in just a couple of weeks, really. Some of the new expansion stuff for the autophage might also be worth looking into. Alright, let's see, we got another quest item down here. Looks like we need to go assist some partially built autophage here to get going and get the staff. Just out of curiosity, I had reset the quest for part of the staff a couple times as I kept getting the ship one where you have to like go salvage a ship, and my ship slots are full, so it's super inconvenient for a late game save file. But like I said, I think getting rid of a ship's not going to be a big deal. I have several fighters and stuff, and also the Sentinel ships too. One of them I'm not really using, so I'll probably just scrap that out, and that will let me too pick up ships off planets and stuff and scrap them whenever I want. All right, there we go. We got the Autophage head upgraded or fixed or whatever. And let's head back over and grab our other staff part. We're getting pretty close to getting the staff done. Alright, let's see what we got here. A Landedium chamber, so that's going to be the mid part of the staff. And for the my main character here, I'm probably just going to stay with the default one, as I think it looks kind of like the best suited for a techie armored style anomaly versus like some of the Autophage and stuff where you might go with like the skeleton hand one or something. I might put out just a video to show off some of the new parts outside of this gameplay for people who just want to see what like some of the different Autophage costumes are, because I think it's kind of inconvenient for people who are interested in the new race, you know, maybe starting a new save. You can't really go to the appearance modifier and check it out, you know, because everything's locked until you're on your main save. So if you're not all the way through the game, you can't even really see a lot of the variety options unless you're looking at other people in the anomaly or something like that. So I'll probably do something like that just as a little utility for people who just want to see what the different options are. Alright, so I noticed to start this whole mission, which I don't think I really showed, I was in one of the Sentinel spaceships and I got hacked basically, which is actually kind of annoying. So to start this whole thing off, you might grab your Sentinel ship, and if you've completed all the main quest stuff, just do a jump in your Sentinel ship and fly a little bit, and I think eventually you'll get hacked, and then that kind of gets you into finding the location of the first Autophage camp, if you're kind of wondering, like, how do I actually even start these missions? First of all, you got to pretty much complete everything else, so this is really like late game stuff. As like a lot of my other save files, I can't even access to start this mission, and you know, some of them are pretty far along. Like I did one basically where I'm already in the Hildebrand galaxy, and it didn't trigger for me yet, so I think I still have to do the underwater stuff, like the Landedium or something, and then also I'm not sure if I have all the Sentinel like mech stuff upgraded yet on it, so you might have to do all that to actually get this started. But on the main here, I've got everything else done, so it triggered for me like instantaneously. Alright, let's see what we got here now. Learning some different words and upgrading my standing a lot. So I'm pretty much up with the other races here after just basically grinding this out for a minute. Also raising ranks really easy. You just give them some of the crystals off the Landedium and stuff that you've picked up off discordant solar systems, so it's a little grindy, but kind of fun, especially since we're unlocking some new stuff here, learning new words too and everything. Alright, jump ships again, doing the squid thing now, as that's one of my go-tos. Always a great choice, and still pretty rare compared to other ships. Especially as like the majority of the stuff I see now is going to be the Sentinel ships, as that's sort of the newest, coolest thing. Plus they're just pretty easy to find, the Sentinel ships, and pick up, as you just have to do a little bit of mission stuff instead of saving up millions of credits. And for new players, probably a lot easier to get your hands on a Sentinel ship than different kinds if you want something decent to start with. Alright, let's see what's over here. So we got another mission. Won't take us long to get around the planet in this thing. Alright. So what do you guys think of the new update? Are you enjoying it? Have you been playing some of the new Voyagers? Off camera, I have pretty much finished up the entire Voyager season, and I recorded some too. Honestly, like this last season was a little grindy for me, and a lot of it was just feeling like finding all these little particulars, like an aggressive animal with a certain blood temperature, really tall herbivore. Those particular subquests in the Voyagers were a little annoying because I looked all over the place for those things for quite a while, and then eventually I just looked it up online, like where other people had found it, and took some of the glyphs and ported it there, and just knocked it out real quick because I was going on like 10 hours on that particular game just because I couldn't find those 3 things. So it was a little annoying, but it was still fun overall, you know. And the rewards too were a little, I think, more underwhelming than before, but all in all, can't really complain about a free season, you know, they're giving you, as I've definitely already grabbed all the value I need out of this game for sure, and it keeps delivering too, so it's hard to be mad at No Man's Sky, you know. If a season isn't perfect, it's still pretty cool, still pretty fun, you're getting some new stuff. Alright, getting more words learned, starting to earn some little bonuses and stuff too with this. Alright, see, this is what I was talking about earlier. So on this one, you have to basically go out and salvage a starship. So off camera, I was going to get rid of one of the Sentinel ships, probably the orange one that I picked up, as honestly that one is the least upgraded. The blue one and the white one are a little bit more developed, so I'll probably just end up keeping those. See what this guy has on him. Gonna learn us a new aggression symbol word. Or technology will do. And let's see what else we got. Guess we can practice real quick. And let's go with casings and just see if we get something. Nope, just getting recognition, basically, from getting friendlier with these guys. That was a cool looking T-Rex. Got all the lights on his back and stuff. Alright, 7 out of 9 so far on the Autophage rank. It's been granted for a little while. Shouldn't take me too long to get to 9 of 9. Especially with how close all these Autophage camps are to each other. It's really easy just to pop over to the next one and continue. Especially doing these language skill boosts and learning words and stuff, a lot of times you're getting +1s. Alright, staff assembly. Let's see what our color options are here. I got all the pieces finally. It looks like that one's all yellow, but that's kind of basically how the staff would look. I think they called this like the Mission 1 staff, but I like it. I think it looks good, so I'm going to probably just stay with this one. As the other staffs probably fit other character types better. Like they had one with the Atlantidium crystals and stuff, which would be cool if you can get it in purple, which I'll probably do on one of my alts. And then maybe like the hand staff or some of the droids and stuff I have. So looks pretty good, but I'm gonna have to find the right color. Alright, I thought I'd show off some of the stuff I unlocked here too. So here is the armored head and one of the poncho style cloaks on it, and then some of the other unlocks from season 10, and we got the jetpack too from doing some of the earlier season mission stuff. So yeah, it looks pretty cool. I like it, but it seems kind of pointless doing it on a old save, as you've kind of already like established your identity. But just for fun, like showing it off to you guys, here's sort of an option you could do with it. And you have different hood style too. You can do like the face mask. You can do with the hood down, which looks kind of cool if you're just trying to show everything off. But, you know, since I've been playing this save file since day one, basically, in 2016, I'm not going to drastically change my entire appearance to another race. So I'll just stay with the, I don't even want to call this, the more marine look. But I did get the staff colors I was looking for. So as you can see, I found a red and blue color variation with the lights, which I think looks pretty sweet. And then has the metallic handle on it too. So pretty happy with it. I like the way it looks. So I'll probably just stay with this, at least for my main, as the autophage stuff is neat, but I'm probably going to end up doing it on another save file. And hopefully they will open it up so you can start a brand new save file and be an autophage right away, right? If you want to be a robot or a droid or something like that. You already have some pretty good options in the Traveler for different robotic heads. And then if you did Season 10, you either got one or two of the more disc-shaped heads, like the Atlantidium. I think the other one was called like the Hope or something like that, or Crimson Head. And I went and did both of them, so I ended up unlocking both. But the other heads are a lot different, different shape. Like the armored one you saw, it's not so broad like a saucer. So anyway, hopefully they will change that in the future with maybe one of the future updates. So yeah, but I do like the staff a lot. I'm gonna have to build it out where it's a little more powerful, and then I'll probably put it in another slot where I can pull it up real quick automatically, basically. Make this like slot 6 or something like that. There's also a couple new upgrades. One of them detects the autophage camps, and you just gotta throw some Atlantidium in it. But that's basically how you unstealth all the new race on the planet. Also noticed whenever you're on the surface and you see a bunch of like dust clouds around a point of interest, maybe at like a crash freighter or one of the upgrade modules that you find on planets, and you see dust clouds, it's an indicator that there's autophage there, so you can just like hit your unstealth perk on your multi-tool or staff, and you'll pretty much find like 4 or 5 autophage hanging out there with an upgrade terminal, and maybe a building or two too. So, and they're pretty prevalent, so, and I've noticed it too on the Voyager playthrough I was doing, that I was seeing those all over the place even though I couldn't unlock it. So that should be of interest. Anyway, hopefully you guys have been enjoying the new Echoes update. I know I've certainly enjoyed like the main content on the Echoes and the late game. I would say more than the Voyager's expedition. But I did get it knocked out and got everything unlocked for my main. And looking forward to whatever is next for No Man's Sky, which I don't think we're going to be waiting very long to find out what that is. Anyway, thank you very much for checking out my video. Please thumbs it up if you would, and I'll see you here again real soon. Later.